Hey there. It's been a while, hasn't it? Turns out a lot of things have been happening behind the scenes which pushed me to take a break from broadcasting. Even now I should be resting and recovering because I'm still on sick leave from my job, but it's been so long since I last made an entry for this series, and so here I am. And I've gotten something else, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. Hello? Behold! The Gutal are finally here. It took a while for them to arrive, but in truth, the fault is all mine. I really have a poor sense of timing, it would seem. Like, when I ordered my date last year was right around the ᠪᠠᠲᠾ festival, which is Mongolia's national holiday. And then, in the case of the Gutal, it was right before ᠪᠠᠲᠾᠶ, which is the Mongolian Lunar New Year. I swear, I really need to get myself a calendar at this point, but I digress. So, what are Gutal? Well, to put it simply, it's a type of traditional footwear worn by the nomadic herdsmen of Mongolia for hundreds of years. And much like the date, the design of those boots have barely changed over the centuries. While I admit that from afar, they kind of look like cowboy boots, the Gutal are truly unique. A fine balance of beauty and utility, with their durable, eco-friendly design and stunning embroidery. I mean, look at this. Just look at it. All handmade, by the way. Now, the Gutal look like this for good reasons. First, let's look at its most recognizable feature: the upturned toes. It took me a bit of research, and again, correct me if I'm mistaken, but from what I've seen and read, the toes turned upwards like this are a way to regulate temperature inside the boot. Like when a wearer puts on the Gutal, air gets trapped in this part of the boots, and this way the wearer's feet don't get too cold during the winter or too warm during the summer. Gutal boots have flat soles as well to prevent, or at the very least reduce, damage to the ground they walk on. When you walk or drive on a patch of grasslands, eventually the soil gets compressed, gets stressed, gets damaged over time, right? As a herdsman who moves from pasture to pasture to feed their dozens, if not over 100 heads of livestock, well, you wouldn't want that, right? At least that's how I see it. And I think you would agree. Those Gutal are made from genuine cowhide leather. Nice and sturdy. Probably needs to be broken in a little more, but I can do that anytime. Besides, I won't be able to go LARPing at least till next year. After 6, if not close to 7 years without LARPing. No biggie. The sock part of the Gutal is lined with felted wool. I'm pretty sure it is felted wool. Or is it wool felt? Apparently there's a difference between the two, but clearly I am too uncultured to know what it is. Can I just say how awestruck I am with the embroidered ornaments on those boots? I mean, look at this. And remember, those are handmade. All of this has been applied to the Gutal by hand. It's insane. It's beautiful. Those Gutal are a 17th century style with, if I look at the model, 64 ornaments. 64! Usually they go between 8 and 64. This one has 64. The dark brown band with a yellow thread here is almost identical to those on my date, which I really like. I mean, sure, it's not 13th century inspired like my date, but have you seen those? How could I not get those? I mean, the colors match very well with the whole ensemble. Date, sash, belt, everything. But do you want to know the sad part? Even after looking up all evening while I was writing the script for this, I could not find the artisan who crafted those Gutal. Like, I know every artist, every company that made each separate element of my LARP kit. Like the date, the sash, the belt, the hat, everything but the Gutal. And that saddens me, because I want to properly express my gratitude, goddammit. Like I'm about to express my gratitude towards a certain goss from my community for getting the Gutal for me, thanks to Throne. This isn't a sponsored video, by the way. I just think they're neat, because it allows community members to directly support their favorite creatives by suggesting and purchasing goodies and utilities from their wish lists. And by visiting throne.com/SireSpud, you will realize that most items that are on my wish list as we speak are for Project Battalion. Now, guys, I can't stop you from throwing money at my face, but you can stop me from shouting you out. It takes two to play this game, bub. What you gonna do about it? Naturally, you can become a gift-giving gremlin like Gus, but only, and I cannot stress this enough, only if 1, you want to financially support me, and 2, if you are in a financial situation to do so. So the gods help me. Do not put yourself at risk for my sake. But I do appreciate and thank you for your consideration. Well then, this has been long enough. Longer than my usual broadcast, so I think it's time for me to take my leave and return to resting and recovering. Thank you for your patience, and I'll be seeing you very soon. On to the next broadcast.